Have you ever watched a Death Battle before? Nope. Oh my god, okay.
Blake Belladonna, the feline huntress from RWBY.
Yep.
Mikasa Ackerman, the giant killing scout.
Got no intro for the characters.
These two reluctant heroes are fighting for a better world.
What'll happen when they go toe-to-toe to see who's the swingiest and the cuttiest? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Very curious
and
on this
skills
one.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yes, the animation looks great. Okay, let's go.
Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable.
I wonder if JFK
Good
was
quote.
thinking about anime cat girls when he said that.
Despite the world of Remnant being home to a plethora of magical beings, the Faunus were subject to discrimination from humanity.
That's so dumb. How can humans be racist against faunus? Aside from looking slightly different, they're basically exactly the same. Oh, I get it.
For most of her youth, Blake Belladonna worked with the Faunus activist organization, the White Fang. But when her parents expressed concern at its growing violent tactics, she ran away to join them fully.
Yeah, Ginger Kylo Ren's influence was making it all cat girl supremacist.
Ah, such a
Believing
wasteful
the Faunus
character.
deserved to rule the world instead of humans, Adam Taurus turned the White Fang into a terrorist.
Oh, such the waste of potential of Adam. That character was. He could have been the best character.
Superhuman Faunus abilities to the test as a guerrilla fighter.
She's not a gorilla, Wiz. She's clearly a cat. You dingus.
That's not what
As a clearly cat faunus, Blake's got superhuman strength, speed, and endurance. She can see in the dark and even...
Yeah, she can, but those are because of the...
humans can't hear.
Blake has also
That's because of an aura.
The
She can just see in the dark as
soul,
Faunus.
similar to the Eastern concept of chi. Blake can use her aura to passively withstand intense damage. Though, if it's overtaxed, she will be as defenseless as any ordinary human.
Can Mikasa overtax it though?
Huge flying monster called the Nevermore crashing into her.
No, I guess it did crash into her a little
The
bit.
size of the Nevermore compared to the stone structure itself.
They're going to catch it when she was standing on, but...
Over 2,000 cubic meters of rock.
That means Blake's aura.
Though you don't really have a lot else to compare its strength to.
I guess you could say she
Blake's not done a lot.
sold it.
Don't try that again. I'm gonna have to
son.
the sword as sharp as Gamble's shroud.
Black Sun, they always wear the best shit.
Anime combo weapon, part katana, part kasurigama, and it wouldn't be RWBY if it wasn't
Yeah.
gun. Hell, its sheath is a sword too. That's just showing off, and I like it.
The 96-meter-long elastic ribbon attached to the katana's hilt lets Blake use Gamble's shroud as a grappling hook for maneuverability and creative attacks. An invaluable asset for the White Fang and her new boyfriend.
Well, until he threatened to blow up a bunch of innocent people. Now, instead of a bad boy, he's just a boy that is bad.
Horrified, Blake turned her back on Adam and the White Fang, and for the second time in her life, she ran away.
It's like running away is her superpower.
In a sense, it is. Blake's aura allows her to manifest a unique ability, or semblance, called Shadow. Born from her desire to escape, Blake can create a brief, intangible clone for deception, evasion, or even to propel herself through the air.
You can even combine them with different kinds of dust, which is basically magic gunpowder. Fire dust clones will explode on impact, while ice will freeze you solid. Though once she runs out of aura, that's it for her semblance too.
True.
Yeah.
Wiz? Buddy? Man,
Don't forget time dilation, that's a useful one.
Even on purpose!
Don't worry, just some biological cloning. It's a hobby. Don't ask if I'm the original. I genuinely don't know anymore. Alone again, Blake lacked purpose and a place to call home. Until she reached Beacon Academy. There, she learned to be a huntress, a soldier of peace sworn to protect the land from monsters and any that would do it harm.
And she wouldn't do it alone. Blake would join up with fellow huntresses in training.
So now it's just RWBY that hasn't had a fight yet.
Rose to make Team RWBY with a W.
She didn't just find teammates, but friends as well.
Feelings gross. Don't worry, the power of friendship didn't get in the way of her kicking some ass.
Yeah.
It made her even better at it. She's defeated the gangster Roman Torchwhip, the kaiju-sized Sea Fei Long, and the assassins Mercury and Emerald, and they could dodge
She did?
lightning.
Comparing the distance they traveled,
I don't think she beat them.
Bolt, we can determine they were moving over 26,000 meters per second.
She was just there when they beat her. They were beaten. She didn't personally do it.
And all his mom just doesn't understand. What the hell?
Waste of character, man. I still get angry. I don't even watch the season anymore. I just can't.
Abusive a-hole.
No easy feat considering Adam was strong enough to pulverize this massive
That was a semblance.
spider droid with his moon slice. A feat worth over 4 tons of TNT.
Not too bad for a bootleg Virgil. And gamblers
Yeah, moon slice.
hits like that over and over before breaking.
Despite her troubled past, Blake would never stop fighting for a better, more peaceful, more equitable world. She was done running. With her friends at her side, she would face the future head on.
So long.
Alright, let's see Mikasa. I'm probably gonna learn something from her about this. Learn something about her within this.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yep, that can be good.
Hiding behind enormous walls, the last remnants of humanity were driven to near extinction by the arrival of the monstrous Titans.
Despite that, little Mikasa Ackerman lived a happy, normal life until her parents were brutally murdered in front of her. But never fear, she's gonna reverse the shit out of those assholes with the help of Eren Yeager, another pint-sized psychopath in training.
Adopted by Eren's parents, Mikasa and Eren somehow lived a happy, normal life. Until all their friends and family were brutally murdered by Titans. I'm sensing a pattern here.
With barely anyone in her life lasting longer than a 25-minute episode, Mikasa became Eren's guardian angel.
Certainly a valuable asset to Eren, who devoted his life to exterminating the Titan threats.
Together, they joined the military.
I did like the first season.
On some sweet Titan slaying gear.
This? What is this?
Equipment. Or 𝑹𝑬𝑨𝑚𝑰𝑶𝑵.
Also known as omnidirectional movement, or ODM gear in the anime, it allows Mikasa to fight the towering Titans at their own level.
ODM gear comes with two 20 to 30 foot long iron wire spears she can separately aim and shoot. That'll hook into any surface. They'll allow her to swing around like a steampunk Spider-Man.
She can zoom through the air and change directions on a dime with a special fan on her back that fires pressurized gas.
Farting. That's called farting, Wiz.
His ear's bleeding.
I'll get another clone.
Mikasa's ODM gear can propel her at speeds up to 366 kilometers per hour. That's almost a third the speed of sound.
Assuming she can reach top speeds in a second, that's over 10 G's of force, 10 times Earth's gravity.
For reference, astronauts withstand about 3 G's of force during liftoff, and fighter pilots can withstand up to 9 G's for a second or two during aerial combat. Even just 6 G's for a sustained period of time can be fatal for a human being.
Yeah, wouldn't that cause like real damage?
Almost twice that much and fight giant monsters at the same time.
That insane speed makes her especially deadly when she whips out her special Titan-slashing swords made of ultra-hard steel. And that's exactly the term I'd use to describe myself after watching
I did like that scene.
to a Titan.
Despite their name, they're rather fragile, at least relative to the super tough Titan skin they have to repeatedly cut. So Mikasa carries a set of 12 that she can easily dispose of and replace mid-combat.
Yeah, that kind of became a problem when some super intelligent Titans started sporting crazy tough armor. That's when Mikasa breaks out the big guns.
Yeah.
Thunder Spears.
Essentially,
Missiles.
proto bazookas, the Thunder Spears are thrown
that's it.
javelins. They're sharp enough to pierce even the armored Titan's impenetrable hide, and once their fuse is severed, they'll explode, devastating anything within range.
Shattering the armored Titan's armor is no joke. It was tough enough to tank punching a hole through Walmaria.
By measuring the size of the gate in comparison to, let's go with this guy, we can determine the armored Titan violently fragmented over 1,000 cubic meters of rock.
That'd take over 18 tons of TNT, enough to level a city block, and the Thunder Spear shredded it. No surprises here. If you're too close to one of its blasts, it's game over.
Despite the awesome power at her fingertips, Mikasa only really joined the military to watch over and protect Eren.
True.
A loving mother hen of death.
It's weird enough as it is.
Once Eren learned he could also turn into one of those super intelligent Titans.
Yeah, when are we gonna see him in Death Battle?
Greatest
That's gonna be
weapon against the Titan race. Eren was at the center of
Who do you
all
fight
major
against?
anti-Titan operations, which meant Mikasa was there too, ruthlessly dispatching anyone that might harm him.
Get over yourself, Eren. So what if your childhood home was destroyed by a Titan? You're living rent-free in this girl's head. And it could be worse. You could be Armin. Man, like she's programmed to protect him.
You're not off base. Mikasa's last name isn't inconsequential. Ages ago, the Ackermans were bioengineered to be subservient super soldier royal guards to the mighty Eldian Emperor.
Wait, really?
Wherever all that shit came from, Mikasa's got the Ackerman blood coursing through her veins. The same blood that gives her a fraction of a Titan's power without transforming. Holy crap!
It's that power that allowed Captain Levi, another Ackerman, to dodge point-blank bullets. That's over Mach 2, and Mikasa can easily keep up with him.
So lets her subconsciously tap into the combined experience and battle instincts of Ackerman's past. She's like the avatar of Titan murder.
Unfortunately, this blood bond with Eren means that even when he goes too far, she's obligated to protect him, kind of like a robot.
I don't buy it, Wiz. She doesn't love him because of her DNA.
I did not know that.
Because he's the only one who stood up for her when she couldn't stand up for herself.
I need to watch the new season, but I'm waiting for the entire thing to finish.
She's a hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, Broomstick. That was touching.
And she has fart powers.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I'm not listening to another word of this. No point.
I know.
Oof, I don't even know this time.
Set in front of the date of raw possibility.
I'm still leaning towards Blake. Aura's just too useful.
Says Blake Mikasa. You might want to check out Blue Chew.
Yes, 3D!
Yeah, there's a book.
Civilians were supposed to evacuate this area hours ago. Get the hell out of here. They're coming. You deaf? I said get the hell.
Oh, yeah, you put with a book.
This is amazing!
It's good animation.
Are those 2 sets of ears? You must have 4 times the hearing.
Yeah, semblance.
Holy shit, this is amazing! No! I can already tell I'm gonna rewatch this like a billion times.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know it's back. Oh!
Oh, yeah, semblance
I
again.
just saw that in the movie actually.
She's gonna run out of them soon.
They spent
I'm
time
short
on
out of
this.
gas as well.
Oh, damn! Yo! Yes, I love this shit!
She likes popping those clones and
Whenever
attacking
you
you
got
from
characters
behind.
smacking through buildings and shit, Man of Steel's out, I'm saying
That's a Levi move like that.
to attack. They got a little bit of that, like, you know, filtered motion that a lot of the Spider-Man Thunder Spears, let's go!
Thunder Spears.
The music is still blowing me away. Thunder Spears time! Hold that shit, hold that shit. Explosion! This is too good, dude.
Okay.
This goes way above and beyond my
Grab that.
Oh shit, it's gone, it's gone!
Is that Oregano? Oh, God. Jesus.
Mikasa's the new album.
Still going, I'll give it that.
What? No! No!
Still going?
No! Are you serious?
Oh, damn.
Are you serious, bro?
Yo, Blake. Well done. Oh, scarf. Oh, yeah, Titans. Jesus. Damn it. I didn't know that coming.
Here on missionaries from beyond the North Wall.
Despite Mikasa's overwhelming and frankly terrifying tenacity, Blake's very arsenal and powers gave her a clear edge.
The ODM gear allowed Mikasa to keep up with Campbell's agility, but in terms of offense, Mikasa was kind of a one-trick pony.
Kung Fu Panda versus Iron
Compared to the Swiss anime knight, it is able this route, which could stretch 10 to 16 times longer than either of Mikasa's cables.
Blake's variety of shadows she could spam at will kept Mikasa guessing, and her aura allowed her to survive any attacks that could land.
To be fair, the Thunder Spears were a different story, and were powerful enough to shatter Blake's aura. The aura could survive around 4 tons of TNT, while the Spear's explosion could dish out over 18.
But Blake's far greater speed made her nearly impossible to consistently hit. While Mikasa could keep up with characters that can dodge bullets, Blake could keep up with characters that can dodge lightning. In this case, 40 times faster than Mikasa.
And those Thunder Spears are meant for big, slow titans, not human opponents, so it's unlikely she'd ever get a solid hit in with one.
In that same sense, Mikasa's Ackerman heritage couldn't save her either.
It may give her generations worth of combat experience Avatar style, but almost all of it was against titans, not upon his hunters like this.
True, yeah.
Powers the Ackerman family has never seen before.
Coupled with her Odium Gear's limited fuel supply and unbreakable swords, Mikasa just couldn't end the fight before her own options ran out. Mikasa had guts, but Blake's speed, versatility...
So, Team RWBY is 2 for 3 then. Only Weiss has lost one.
It may have been a gamble, but Blake had the spirit to
I really hope RWBY fights someone next. I don't think it'll happen, but I hope it's RWBY.
With the outcome, I'm happy regardless, because I got